welcome to class. I'm really glad you're here. Welcome to the living room. Come on into the house and join me for a yoga practice. So all you need is your mat today. And I did want to apologize. I haven't been here for a while. I have a 2-year-old, 2.5-year-old, and she broke her leg last week. And then our adopted street cat that moved into our house had 5 kittens. So it's been a little overwhelming taking care of a toddler with a broken leg and then playing midwife to a very young female cat. So it's been a little bit riotous around here, but I'm back, and hopefully I'll get back in the swing of making these videos. I know I said that last video, but life has a way of just lifing, and anytime you can make it to the mat, whether you're like myself teaching or practicing, is valuable time. So thank you for joining me and choosing this video. It should be about a 30-minute class today. I'll make sure I've got my alarm on here so I'm honoring your time by keeping this class to that good 30 minutes that you and I are both looking for to suit our needs. So we are going to start with a little bit of a guided meditation. This is going to be a candle or flame meditation. I would recommend getting a candle that is not food based, so like not an apple pie or cupcake or vanilla candle, something that's not going to make you hungry. You can also find a candle that matches your vibe, so if you're looking for something for a little bit more relaxing, I've got this like lavender one here. If you're looking for something more uplifting, you can grab like a citrus one. If you have a reaction to strong scents, obviously just grab a non-scented candle, and then grab something to light your candle with, and we're going to start with a flame meditation. So I'm just going to go ahead and start our little 30-minute timer here to make sure we're within those time bounds, and we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to light our candle. You can always do this with lights off, pause me, and then turn the lights on when the meditation part is over. Place the candle somewhere near you. If you have a little stand or table or something, especially if your neck hurts and you have to look down for the candle, definitely just want to keep it out of your hands, away from anything flammable. Roll your shoulders back and down. You can let your hands just rest lightly on your knees. And we're just going to start freeing up the neck first. Give yourself a couple of rolls around. I'm keeping my left hand sort of perched higher right now. Then I'm going to switch that out as I roll to the other side. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. If you've been holding your breath, maybe unbeknownst to you, now is a good time to just take a clearing breath in through your nose. And without blowing out your candle, out through your mouth. So really what this meditation is it's just flame watching. We're going to allow the entire field of vision to narrow just to the flame, the candle, and the wax around the candle. And kind of let everything else just sort of fade out. And we're going to focus on the diaphragmatic breathing. So we're going to let the belly fill and draw in. Place a hand on the belly if you'd like. If you sort of live in a space where you hold your belly as you walk through your day too, I know I'm just sort of guilty of kind of holding my stomach in as I walk through my day unconsciously. It's a good time to just let that drop out and really focus on filling up that low belly. Eyes are going to stay fixed on the candle. Observe its color. Observe how it moves. Maybe if the heat or air kicks on in your house, it starts to dance a little bit. Observe the change in the wax under the candle, such a little thing having such power to turn solids into liquids. you want to feel the heat of it, you can put your hand over the candle. Just feel that heat for a minute. Definitely not a full minute, please. You can see if you can kind of figure out where the heat changes, so where it becomes somewhere where your body is telling you, no, don't put your hand any further. Where does the air become cool again? Observing all these senses engaging in just this flame. Your mind automatically starting to pick labels out. This is blue, this is white, this is orange, this is a yellowish color. Let those labels drop away and just observe without passing any sort of labeling the flame of the candle as it changes moment by moment by moment. You can stay here as long as you like. When you're ready, we're going to blow out our candle and we're going to move it to a safe space away from our mat so the wax can dry, especially if there's glass involved. We want to make sure it's away from our physical bodies during our practice. So we're going to inhale, release it all out, and use that breath to blow out your candle. We're all just going to take a moment and we're going to set this candle away from our physical bodies. Probably whatever you use to light your candle to. We're going to start on our hands and knees. So come on up to a tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Find a nice flat back. So you've got a line of energy from your crown of the head to the tailbone, and you have a like glass of water balanced on your back. So think about that. And then we're going to move that glass of water by drawing our navel into our spine. Take your chin into your chest. Round the spine up, and then inhale, fellow belly, drop it down. Envision knitting your crown of the head and your tailbone together. Empty the belly, draw the navel into spine. Fill the belly up with breath. Drop back. Man, I've never met a cat-cow I didn't like. There might be some parts of your body that are a little extra stiff. You can stay there, work that energy out in those joints. You can add any sort of fluidity you want. I always just kind of like taking my ribs to the right and the left too, just because I do sit at a computer all day. I have a desk job, and I can tell I get pretty tight from sitting at the desk. So as I move through my cat-cows, I'll also just add a little bit of a rib extension, just to kind of solidify that flexibility in my start of my practice. So we'll do that one more time. We'll take one more cat and one more cow, making sure the belly is empty as it comes in and full as it freely drops down. And if you're adding that rib extension, you can do that as well. We are going to slowly turn our toes and lift our hips up into our down dog. So this is the first down dog of the day, might be the first down dog of your week. Might be the first down dog of your month. Who knows where you are? So we're going to pedal at the feet. We're going to keep the knees super bent here, and we're going to focus primarily on our down dog form. So make sure that you have a nice grip into the fingertips, so you're not bearing weight right through the wrist. And that instead of your arms being out like this, we have them turned in. So the inner elbows of the arms are facing toward the front of the room. So you can have this idea where your elbows are sort of sticking out like you're almost going to do a push-up. We're going to invert that and rotate it in. Bring in power through the chest and the core, and then we're going to lift the hips and take the feet back and keep the knees nice and bent. So that internal rotation is going to protect the wrists, allow us to free up our neck, and bring in that core and chest engagement. So externally rotated, internally rotated, with allowing us to push back. Pedal out your feet, take your dog to the park, flow the frisbee around a little bit, bring in whatever movement your body is asking for today. So if you want to lift a lower leg, if you want to keep pedaling it out, if you want to do some shakes and kicks, whatever floats your boat today. We're going to go ahead and we're going to step our feet to meet our hands and come to a nice half back. So lift up with your fingertips right below your kneecaps. Flat, flat spine, balancing that water. Exhale, fold it down. If you can't touch your toes, please keep your hands on your shins or on a block or on your thighs, just we're not grabbing our knees here. If you can touch your toes and you have gorilla in your practice, you can slide your toes up your wrist a little bit. Just keep a generous bend in your knee because we're still kind of cold and we don't want to upset our bodies. We're going to slowly inhale, rise up, keep the chin to meet the chest. That's the last thing. That's how you avoid that head rush. We're going to reach our fingertips up to the ceiling, clasp the hands. Bring the biceps behind the ears, take a big stretch. Base of the ribs comes up, up, up. And then we're going to slide our hands into our jeans pockets. So put your hands right behind you in your jeans pockets. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. I know it's been like 100 years since I've worn a pair of jeans, but I think I remember what that feels like. So we slide them down in, squeeze our shoulder blades together, lift the base of the ribs up to the ceiling, engage the throat if you'd like. And slide this right hand down the leg. Left hand is going to come behind. Push the hand down like you've got an exercise ball underneath you. Push into that and let the right ear come over to the right shoulder. Inhale, reach that right arm up. Take it behind you. Press it down behind you this time instead of in front of you. Let the neck follow. Reach it back up one more time. And release. We're going to switch sides. So slide this hand, the right hand behind you. You'll notice that one side is much tighter than the other. And we're going to place this hand forward of us, pushing this exercise ball forward and down. And my right side, I don't know if I sleep on this side, I don't know what this is, but this shoulder, whoo, cranky. We're going to reach up, and this time we're going to take it behind us, push this exercise ball down. So no like limp fingers here, push it, let the neck follow. Rotate that up one more time and release. All right, we're going to bring ourselves into 4 rounds of Sun Salutation A. This is going to be just a really good way to warm up the body. We're going to take them rather quickly. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to a half back. Exhale, step back. So we're all going to take a nice on our knees, chaturanga, warming up, elbows into the ribs, toes come down to the mat. Inhale, lift up, find a cobra that works for you, high, medium, or low. Turn your toes, push back. Step your right foot between your hands, followed by your left, half back, and forward fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Hands to heart center. We're going to do 3 more of those up to speed. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, lift. If you have hop, stepping, or floating in your practice, you may do so. Elbows down, hugging the ribs. That up dog or cobra. Turn your toes, push back. Good form in that down dog. Rotate those arms, push back. Step, hop, or jump your feet to meet the hands. Half back, forward fold. Inhale, slowly rolling up. Hands to heart center, exhale. We're going to take 2 more, continuing up to speed. Inhale, exhale. You can add little modifications, little extra back bends and things to your Sun Salutations as your practice grows. Empty belly takes you back. Up dog or cobra, yogi's choice. We're going to turn toes, meet in our down dog. Step, hop, or jump. If you're jumping, brace your belly. Rotate through your arms. Take a nice leap forward. trying to land with control. Hand to heart center. We're gonna take one more inhale. Follow your breath work. Let the body warm up. Let the body feel good. Lift up, step, hop, or jump. It's the same thing if you're jumping. I'm gonna bring those heels off the mat, brace the core, and pop backwards. Elbows in by the ribs. Up dog or cobra. Turn toes. That's my ear pod. All right. Step feet to meet the hands. Half back to forward fold. Inhale, rolling up. Hands to heart center. Good job, everybody. All right, let's come back up to the top of our mat for our mountain pose. Make any adjustments that you need to make. I lost my ear pod there. Pants are falling down. What a day. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. Tuck your tailbone underneath you. Roll your shoulders back and down. So mountain pose is called mountain pose because we're building a firm foundation. So we're not gripping through our toes. We're relaxing using the ball mounds of our feet, our heels to equally distribute the weight. Roll the shoulders back and down. Tuck that tailbone under, untucked, tucked. Big difference there in core engagement. Inhale, we're gonna lift up, clasp the fingers, push the palms toward the ceiling, lift the base of the ribs up, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And then we're gonna take this loop, we're gonna put it over our base of our knee. So not right on top of our knee. We're gonna push, again, imagine like we move that exercise ball from here to here, and we've got this right under our foot. So push into it, and then we're gonna take this, we're gonna step it back into our warrior one. So we've got sort of a long sequence to get us to the other side. We're gonna inhale, arms up, reach, so many plants. Lift, keep that energy pushing through the palms. Back foot's at a warrior one, so turn that foot in. Exhale, sink down a little bit lower, hips square up. Hands to heart center. I want you to just lift the back heel off the mat. So hips stay square, but we're gonna focus on that rotation. Inhale, scoop the arms up. Imagine like you're getting some water. This is a favorite of mine. We're gonna do 3 of these. Bring it down. Bring it down, exhale. Inhale to the top, exhale up and over. This time, go ahead and sink down. If you need to take time to pad your knee up, please just fold your mat, pad that up, pause me if you need to go get a towel. We're gonna come into a little bit of a lower lunge. So hands are gonna come down to the mat while we set up. Keep the knee nice and safe. So it's right on top of the ankle, maybe a little bit forward, making this nice little hip flexor stretch here. We'll inhale, lift up, again, pushing through the shoulders, bringing your biceps and triceps behind your ears, and then we're gonna exhale, clasp hands together. Take your right elbow long first, and then connect your right elbow to your kneecap. If you've got it in your practice to open up, you may do so. I have it on one side probably, but not on the other today. For 5, 4, 3, 2, or stay in that twist. Come out of it. Hands are gonna come onto the inside of the big foot. Big foot, big toe, front foot. Hands come down there underneath your shoulders, turn your back toe. Inhale, lift up. Glue your elbow into your knee. Turn this back foot down, twist, and lift. Yay. Come on over to a spider lunge on this side. Come on back to a spider lunge on this side, lifting that heel on the opposite leg. Come on back to a spider lunge over here. Come on back to a spider lunge over here. Glue that foot again, glue that elbow again, come back into that open twist. Place the fingertips down. Inhale, pop off that back foot. Exhale, hand to the earth. Right arm up into your half moon. Let the gaze follow This isn't optional if you've got it in your practice. Place the hand down, bend that back leg, grasp the leg, fold, reverse, figure four pose for 5, or half moon, 3, 2, 1. Place the feet together, forward fold, and breathe. Inhale up. All right, we're gonna do all of that standing sequence on the other side. I don't know if I'm gonna remember it all, so we'll just go with it, see what happens. Welcome to the living room. Shoulders, hips, knees, ankles, roll it back and down. Tuck your tailbone underneath you, find your mountain pose. We're gonna take the other side. I just move my body this way so that there's a better visual, but you don't have to do that, obviously. Take your left knee up and in, and we're gonna lift this up, 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 and then we're gonna take our palms to the base of the knee, flex, step into the space. So you've got that exercise ball, you're nice and tall. And we're gonna let the rotation come out of the foot so that it comes to that nice little angle. So the warrior 2 foot, the warrior 1 foot. Inhale, sweep your arms up, clasp, push, keep that nice action of the ears and the biceps behind the ears. Oh, that shoulder is so tight. All right, let's take those sweeps, bring it down into the belly. Inhale, reach it up, exhale, pour it over your head. 3 of them, coming on down. 1 more. If you are like me, you can hear a little crackling in your shoulders. Maybe I'm just 100 years old. You never know. And we're gonna take hands to heart center, lift up, 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 and in. Oh, I think I did this one wrong. I did. That's okay. Let's hold here for our high lunge for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly, let's drop that knee down. Set up for your low lunge here, your runner's lunge. So we're gonna start with our hands down. Keep that knee right on top of the ankle. I have seen people like eke it forward a little bit. We don't want it to go like super far forward, enough so you get a stretch in the hip flexor. Continue pushing those palms toward the ceiling, opening through the chest. It's the base of the ribs that do the lifting, and then you're gonna take that length and you're gonna use it in your twist. So you connect your elbow to your outside of the knee. And then if you've got the space to open up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, close that. Beautiful, bring the hands in to the big toe side of the foot so your hands are under your shoulders. Lift, lift, lift. Find your lizard pose. This elbow is gonna glue into the kneecap. Foot is gonna come down parallel to the mat. You're gonna twist and open for 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna spider lunge over. And we're gonna spider lunge back. You can tell what's in the body is just like, not today, Satan. And back over, lifting that heel. And again, connecting your elbow into your kneecap, toes forward, foot down. Twist for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Swing it up, come into your star pose. Turn your toes in, turn your heels out. Bring your arms nice and wide. Clasp, this is the theme. Behind, try not to hit any plants. Behind, again, you'll have this like urge to let your tailbone dip out. I want you to bring your tailbone in, and if that involves you walking your feet in to do so, please do so. Tailbone out, tailbone in. Big difference. Lift, base the ribs up to the sky. Take that length with you. Fold. I don't care if your feet are a foot apart or mat's foot apart. I want you to exhale and out and breathe into your fold. If you've got your hands on a block as many props as you need to. I want you to stay here.
We're going to count for 4 breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Hands down if your forehead or head is on the mat. And I want you to walk everything back in together. Come back to a nice forward fold. Hang loose. Again, if you've got gorilla, add it to your practice. If you don't have gorilla, get those hands and get the jaw, get those little areas around the eyes as loose as you can. And then get that neck to hang down. Take the full weight of the skull as a prop to loosen up your spine. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Good job. We're going to come back onto our knees from here. And we're going to take a little puppy pose. So take your knees farther behind you than you would have in child's pose, and sink your chest and your armpits to the mat. Breathe. Slide all the way down. Hands right by the shoulders. Lift up. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Base the ribs, come out, give yourself one last cobra. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Good place to close your eyes if you'd like to. Make this really serpentine. So just move through it. And then when you're ready, cross your legs underneath you. Push yourself back to a seated position. We're going to come down to our backs. So let's get there with just a little bit of core work. Keep that exercise ball that you've been imagining in your class. Place it in front of you, hold on to it. Lift the core, lift the chest. Exhale, slowly roll down. Inhale. Exhale. And once you're down to your back, take a big pencil stretch all the way out. Tilt your fingertips over to the right, feet over to the left. And switch. Hands to heart center. Find that neutral spine so that crown of the head, chin, chest, navel, pubic bone, all the way down to the toes. Wiggle it out. If you have anything else you want to do before your practice ends, my body really wants me to do these like windshield wiper legs, but I do these at the end of every practice just because I get this whole side body stretch that feels really yummy, especially right before I get ready for bed. I like to do this in bed, and me, my husband, who always appreciates that. And once you're set, we'll spend the last couple minutes of our time together just hanging out in Shavasana. Visualizing again that little flame that we had at the front of our class. See if you can bring it back to your mind's eyes. Your eyes are closed. Think about the smell of it, the way it puddled the wax. If you felt for the heat of it. The way it danced and moved. Its colors, how it changed. For those just couple minutes we were observing it quietly. candle is a great way for us to focus on the fact that no moment in time is ever identical to the next one. An inhale and an exhale are vastly different. A candle is different. A flame is different from one simple moment to the next. And so when we both internally and externally, our emotional state, our thoughts, our cellular bodies all change from one moment to the next, nothing remaining the same, nothing constant, nothing assured. And if you feel stagnant or stuck, just know that no matter what's going on, you are always changing and growing and becoming a new and distinct person. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, circle your wrists, and circle your ankles. Take a big stretch. And draw your knees into your chest. Rock right and left, massaging out your low back and your spine until you gently, gently, gently tip over onto your right side. Eyes remaining closed and coming up to a comfortable seated position at the close of our class. We're going to take a big inhale and exhale together. When you're ready, we'll take our arms up. Inhale. Big exhale, hands through heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for attending class, for coming and hanging out in my living room with me today. Again, I'm sorry for my lack of consistency. I'm going to try to be better, but you never know, because life is a thing. As always, I am sorry about the sound. I'm still researching mics. That also got away from me when my kid broke her leg, and it's on my to-do list. I did find, after listening to my own videos, that they are better with headphones, so if you've got like AirPods or wireless headphones, they just seem to help clarify the sound a lot. If not, I'm really, really sorry, and it is on my list. So bring your friends by to my living room so we can hang out. Leave a comment, share, do something, just so I know people are watching, and I'm not just sending these into the void. But yeah, let me know if you have any requests or concerns, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Bye. Thanks for coming in.